Hello, my name is Gwen Mabin, and I am the CEO and founder of Coffee Tea and Me. Coffee Tea and Me was established in 1987. But before I get into a sneak preview about Coffee Tea and Me, I would like to take you on the journey of my life. So I'm going to give you and filter in a little background information about me. I was born in Montgomery, Alabama. My parents are Robert and Bessie Brinson, and they moved up to Chicago when I was about 3 months old. I'm the youngest of 9 children, and I'm the baby girl. So you can imagine how my life was. I had 7 brothers that were born before me. My sister's the oldest, and they pretty much kept me in check. Of course, I had no boyfriends. I just had a lot of friends, but no boyfriends. As a matter of fact, I think my first boyfriend was my husband, is my husband. But I grew up on the west side of Chicago, and I had a very pleasant, uneventful childhood. My parents were both hard workers. They believed in investing in real estate. So we always had food, we always had clothes. I consider my childhood as being more or less middle class. And I loved to read. I was always an avid reader, and because of such, when I started school, they had what you call A and B. A semester and B semester starting in January. So because I was pretty much a proficient student, I was able to get 2 promotions. And at the time, which is, I guess, during the prehistoric times, they called it doubles. So I got 2 doubles. So when I started high school, I had just turned 13. And so all of my peers were quite older than I, so which continued the strict upbringing, you can't date. My first date actually was my high school senior prom. And after I graduated from high school, I went on to college, and that's where I met my husband, David. That was 1968. I was a freshman, and I thought the world was perfect, and everything in my life was just perfect, and I thought I could get any and do everything I wanted to do. The sky was the limit. My parents always stressed education. Of the 9 children they had, 8 lived to adulthood, and all 8 of us went to college. Some of my siblings have multi-degrees in graduate studies. So my parents were really the foundation of making sure that their children had more or less been prepared for a very nice and pleasant life where we believe in that you have to work to earn your money. As I said, I met my husband in 1968, and my husband was a foster child. His parents split up, and for various reasons, they had to they separate the kids, and there were 4 of them, and my husband was 12 years old, and that had a very lasting effect on him, and he always wanted a family, always wanted a family, so much so that he started proposing to me when, after we had been dating for 3 months. Of course, I laughed, because I'm free now. I don't want to get married. Who wants to get married? I'm 17 years old. I'm a freshman in college. Who thinks of such thoughts? But after dating him for 2 years, and I love him, and I still do. He's a good man. I decided to get married. So we told our parents. Actually, my husband asked my parents for the hand in marriage, and can you imagine the fiasco that was? They all said, no, she's too young. You're not gonna have her as a wife. She's too young. She doesn't know anything. She's only 19 years old. But I loved him. What they didn't know, we had already rented the apartment. He had already bought me my wedding rings. I would come home and take them off from school and slip them in my purse and in my wallet. They never knew. But I knew I couldn't elope, being the youngest in the family. That would hurt them. And so there was this huge powwow. All the cousins and brothers came in, and they wanted to know, why you want to get married so soon? Why you want to get married so soon? And I just wanted to be with him. And so my husband told my mom the very thing that she needed to hear, because my parents were concerned that I wouldn't finish college. So my husband told her that no matter what, he would make sure, even if he had to drop out of school and support me full-time, he would make sure that I graduate from college. And that's what we did. We both graduated from college, Northeastern University, and I graduated with a 4.96 on a 5-point scale, and my husband and I, we both became teachers. We taught in Chicago with Chicago Public Schools. We were teachers at Kenwood Academy in Hyde Park. And I enjoyed it. We had so much fun. We just enjoyed teaching. I was a special ed teacher, and I was trained to teach learning disabilities, emotional disturbance, socially maladjusted, and behavior disorders, and psychological counseling. Because I've always wanted to be a teacher, because I always thought I could transfer knowledge to some level or another, and I just like absorbing knowledge myself. As a matter of fact, one of my hobbies is reading, and we're blessed with 2 children, and my son and his wife, they purchased a literati, one of those e-readers for me for Christmas, and it's only been 16 weeks, and I've already read 26 books, and the thicker the book, the better, because I love to read. Another one of my hobbies is traveling. I love cruising. I love exercising, kickboxing. And so I try to do these things to help and maintain the stress in my life, owning a business, you can imagine. But I love it with passion. But back to my marriage. My husband and I, this May 11th, we will be celebrating 41 years of wedded bliss. I love my husband, he loves me, and God blessed us with 2 beautiful children whose pictures are behind me. And if you would like to take a look, I'd like to show you a picture album of my family. That's my husband, David, and myself. That's celebrating our 25th wedding anniversary, and that was 16 years ago. Can you believe that? And that's my parents. That's them next to us at their, that was their wedding picture. That was taken in 1935. And over there are my grandparents. They were slaves. So I feel like I am standing on their shoulders because of the hard work and the dedicated concept of family first, or I should say God first and family second. They raise good offsprings, and my family is a testimony to that. If you look up higher, that's my husband and myself and my children when they were younger. And that's us again at our 25th wedding anniversary with our 2 children, David and Challen Mabin. That's my daughter to the far left. That's Challen Renee Mabin. And next to her is my son, David and Cora Mabin. That's David and his wife. And next to them are their children, Zaire, who's 7, and Maleka, who's 5. And that's, again, my daughter, and that's my granddaughter up top. I'm sorry to say that I didn't get an opportunity to take a picture of my grandson. My daughter and her fiance, they just welcomed in the most beautiful baby. His name is Benjamin Miles, and he's gorgeous. And so I'm very, very pleased with my family. God has been extremely good, and we've been extremely blessed with good health and tremendous love. Not a day goes by that I never tell my kids or my husband that I don't love them, because you never know. So, but back to my background a little bit. So my husband and I were both teachers, and we taught for, a little less than 10 years, and I wanted to do something a little different, and so did my husband. So we took a radical approach. We took a leap with faith. I've never been a salesperson. I mean, Chicago Public School was one of the second jobs that I had as a full-time job. Prior to that, I did do some work at one of the banks here. But I wanted to do something different because I was a vegetarian. And in the 70s and 80s, there weren't very many good tasting, delicious vegetarian types of baked goods. So I quit teaching with a prayer, started working for this company that baked and produced vegetarian goods, and I started off as their sales manager. Was with them for 5 years, and when I left, I was the vice president of marketing and product development. That gave me the spirit that I can do something different. Whereas my husband, he became a United States Deputy Marshal, so that was a tremendous curve from what he was doing before. But we were both happy, very excited. We just had a house built in the western suburbs, and so our life was just tracking along, and everything was going good. And then the conception of Coffee, Tea, and Me started with an I can do the spirit. So I thought, having worked for this company for 5 years, it gave me the confidence to step out and take a leap of faith. So I thought, they've trained me on sales and marketing, they've trained me in R&D, they've trained me in product formulation, they've trained me on just about everything. So I took a leap of faith, and as I said before, my husband, he became a U.S. Deputy Marshal, and I went to a real estate office, and I opened up an office in Oak Brook Terrace, and I bought some phones, got a customer list, and I got on the phones and started selling. Very pleased to say that first year, our sales were over $900,000, and I only had one product, which I had developed, which was an eggless cinnamon roll. And I'm very pleased to say today that product is still with us. So that the conception of Coffee, Tea, and Me started with an I can do this spirit. And Coffee, Tea, and Me. What is Coffee, Tea, and Me? Coffee Tea and Me is our customers. Coffee Tea and Me is my products. Coffee Tea and Me is my staff. So when I talk about Coffee Tea and Me, I'm talking about those three things. It's not bricks and mortar. It's not this building. It is a supportive group of all of those things. Let's talk about first my customers. My customers are the most important arm of the branch of Coffee Tea and Me. Without them, as I said, we would not exist. But the best thing about that is my products are client driven. Once a customer tries it, they never go back. They love my products. And so that has taken on legs of its own. Plus, we give great pricing. So we have many, many different types of customers, and we do certainly believe in pleasing our customers. We are a manufacturing call center and a very supportive environment that promotes great customer service. Let's talk about our products for a moment. That's coming out of this manufacturing marketing call center. Our products offer great benefits. They are driven by the customer. We have great supportive customer service. The products that we promote and provide and manufacture are sweetbreads. The Banana Crunch is our #1 seller. In the last 9 months alone, we've provided more than 30 million individual servings with just the Banana Crunch flavor. We also have carrot flavors, sweet potato flavors, zucchini flavor, blueberry flavor, just to name a few. We also can purchase, these breads can also be purchased as unbaked batter mixes should you want to make pancakes, muffins, cupcakes, things of that nature. The products are so delicious. Most people who eat them don't realize that they're soy-enriched, vegan and vegetarian desserts. So along with the breads and the batter mixes, we also have sugar-free cookies that are sweetened with fruit juices and honey, and they come in a myriad of different flavors. We also have brownies, we have donuts. We've just got so many great products that are client-driven because we get calls, we get faxes, we get orders just coming out of our ears, and we're so pleased with that. So beside the products, those are some of the benefits of the products. The products also is very convenient. It's from your refrigerator to the table. We're found in over 40 different states, and you can't go wrong with that. Every day we're adding more and more clients to our portfolio. The products are also healthy menu solutions. They're all low in saturated fat, low in sodium, 0 to low in cholesterol with most of them, and 0 trans fat. Our customers consist of hotels, hospitals, restaurants, various retailers, public schools, daycare, senior care, what else can I say about them? Colleges, corporate dining. They have such a great versatility. They will fill and meet anyone's palate. They are delicious. They are so enriched. They are healthy. But more importantly, they taste good. So I welcome you, my audience, to please call me for samples, for the information. Welcome us out there for taste testing. Join me on my Facebook at facebook.coffeeteaandme Inc. or my website, coffeeteame.biz, or email me at ctmdistributors, and of course, feel free to call 1-800-277-3229. And these are some of my delicious products. I wanted you to see and look at a sample of some of the ensemble that we have. We've got our delicious breads. This is my Banana Crunch bread. We have provided more than 30 million individual servings in the last 9 months with just this particular bread. Yummy. Also, we've got some sugar-free cookies here. We've got 3 different flavors. I've got an oatmeal raisin. I've got a carob chip. We don't use chocolate, so therefore it's totally caffeine-free. We have peanut butter. It's a peanut butter natural flavor, so everything would be tree nut friendly. And then, of course, the very first product that I formulated in 1987, which is my cinnamon roll. This is an eggless cinnamon roll. It's been around for 24 years. Happy birthday. We also have eggless donuts, brownies and cookies and different types of